Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. I hope you're having a wonderful day. On this video, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make these adorable Dollar Tree rope angel tassels. That's a lot to say. Anyways, it starts with this Nautical rope cotton from Dollar Tree. If you can find something similar to this, you could use it from somewhere else. You're going to need a little bit of twine. You're going to need a wood bead for the angel's head. I used some of this lace for like the top of her dress, but you can use whatever you might have. And I used some of this wire that I picked up recently at Hobby Lobby to do her little halo and her wings, but there are a million different things that you could use to make wings. And in fact, I'm so curious. I want to know what you guys would do to make wings, because I could imagine them being made out of a lot of different things. So let's hop right in and I'll show you every step that it takes to make your beautiful Dollar Tree rope angel tassel. Isn't she cute? And her size and how wide she is just completely depends on you. All right, so I'm going to start with some of this Dollar Tree nautical rope. And we are going to cut 4 pieces of it, all the same length. So first thing I'm going to do is cut this little tape off the end of it. Okay, and the longer your pieces, the longer her little bottom half will be. The shorter your pieces, the shorter, whoops, her little bottom half will be. So you can see, it's just, we're gonna make a medium length one right now. So, and I did not bring my ruler to Canada. I apologize. I don't know how long this is. About, let's say from, that could make it pretty short. No, let's say it's around 8 inches, plus or minus 2 inches or so. So I need 4 lengths of it. And don't worry if it starts to kind of unravel, because we're going to be doing that to it anyways. So I want 4 lengths. 3 are for the body of the angel and 1 is for her hair. So you could do that, the one for her hair, a little bit shorter if you want. Okay, I'm going to put that one aside. All right, so I have 3 lengths that I was guessing are, I don't know, 8 inches or something. And these ropes come like there's 3 pieces to it. So I'm just going to untwist those before we start putting it together. And I'm going to show you guys step by step. So I'm imagining that these could be adorable on a Christmas tree. You could make them with a lot thicker and they could really be like a tassel. They could be hanging. I mean, you could just do a lot of different things with them. I think they're pretty sweet. And if you don't like my neutral colors, you can do it in whatever rope or with the little doodads on it in whatever colors you like. Okay, so each one of these is going to come apart in 3. And this nautical rope in cotton from Dollar Tree, at my store, it is generally by the faux flowers and the things that are for flower arranging, like the floral foam, and sometimes I'll have ribbon there too. So that is generally where it is at my store. Okay, so I'm just going to line these up so that there should be 9 pieces. And if you want your rope angel tassel to not be as full, then just use less pieces. Okay, so I have 9 pieces here, and I'm gonna roughly just find the center. All right, and then I'm just using some twine. The twine I generally like to use is called polished hemp, and it comes from Walmart in the jewelry section. It's easy to get beads on it. And this is probably, I don't know, 24 inches. It probably doesn't even need to be that long. But, okay, so now I'm just going to basically I want to find what's about the center, okay? And then we're going to tie a knot really tight. Okay, and if you have one that's really a long one, then probably you have one short one in here somewhere that you can, well, I don't know where that one came from. Anyways, you can adjust these, okay? So you're gonna tie it super tight and do a knot. This is the start of our angel's body. Okay, the next thing is we need to put the top of her dress on. And for this, I just used some of this lace that I got here in Canada, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm gonna do it, I don't know, 2.5, 3 inches long. And what I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna fold it in half, and then I'm just gonna poke both pieces of my twine, my polished hemp, through some of the little holes, through 2 different holes that are right next to each other. And this is gonna be the front of our little angel's dress. So what do you guys think? I didn't say any of my normal stuff. Hey everyone, I look like heck because we've been running around all day on the boat and whew, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Okay, so this is what we have right now. Now I'm gonna tie like a good knot right here. And then we need to put our little angel's head on. I personally like the bigger natural wood balls, but apparently I only brought small ones with me. And I don't know what the size of these is, but I'm just gonna use what I have, and I'm gonna put my polished hemp through our little angel. Okay, so sorry about that. Of course, I forgot to turn on my do not disturb. Okay, so I'm threading both pieces of our polished hemp up through our little angel's head. Okay, and now we're gonna do her hair. So this was the 4th piece, and I'm gonna untwist it again. And you can use however many of these. I think the fuller the better, so I'm gonna use all 3 pieces. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tie it in between these 2 pieces on the top of her head. I'll show you. So here is our angel, and I'm just tying these little pieces on the top of her head, super tight and in a knot. And then I'll come up for the top of my tassel, and I'm just gonna do a double knot up here. Okay, she does not look like an angel yet, but she will very soon. What do you guys think so far? Do you like this idea? You could tie the bottom at an angle and it would look like a mermaid. That's a great idea. Honestly, there's so many different things that you could do with this idea. I saw some angels on Pinterest, but they weren't made out of Dollar Tree rope. The first thing though that came into my mind when I saw them was Dollar Tree rope. Okay, we can either do her dress next or her hair. Let's do her hair first. Okay, I don't want her to look like Medusa with those snakes in her hair, so I'm gonna pull each one of these into smaller sections. And we can make it neat later. Or not, however you like it. So you can see this was just one piece that I've just pulled into separate little pieces. And I'm going to start up here at the very top. You guys have been asking me to do this for a while, and I've been thinking everything through, you know, how I want it to look, and really contemplating what I wanted her wings to look like and what I wanted to do with her hair. So I'm sorry I didn't get this to you quicker. So we're going to finish the hair up here. You can come back and fiddle with that once you're all done. If you don't like the way it looks, you can give her a haircut, cut it shorter, you know, make it shorter around her face. You could even give her bangs if you wanted. I do like to tie a small part of, a small section from each side in a knot on the top of her head before we go forward. So I'll show you that in just a second. I see Beverly from Mississippi. Where's everyone else from? You know, I'm in Canada right now. We have a little cottage that's a family property from my husband's side of the family up here in the Georgian Bay. We're, it's part of Lake Huron. Here's a little geography history or lesson. So we're in something called Woods Bay, which is part of the Georgian Bay, which is part of Lake Huron, which is one of those 5 Great Lakes that are, my husband was telling me today, are supposedly the biggest body of fresh water, because the 5 lakes, I guess, are all connected in the world. So it's kind of cool. And we haven't been able to come to Canada for the last few years, obviously, because of everything going on with COVID, and Canada had their borders pretty strictly clamped down, but they opened them. They had a lot of things that we had to do to be able to enter, and we did gladly. We did everything they asked us to do to be able to come. And anyways, it's just nice to be back. My husband has memories from his childhood coming here with his parents and grandparents. My kids have lots of those kind of memories too. Okay, so her hair's looking kind of bushy, but it's okay. All right, and we're gonna have this side be the front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 sections of her hair from either side, and I'm gonna do a little knot, just tie one little knot right here. I'll show you. And that makes, I think that makes her head look more finished off. Can you see it like on this one? So you're not noticing the rope coming out of the top of her head so much anymore. Okay, she's starting to look a little bit like an angel. Now let's make her arms, and you can do her arms out of this same rope if you want, or I just happen to have some yarn that's an off-white color from some project, you know, back in my days when I was crocheting like a maniac. So this is, I don't know, 6 inches, or I really wish I had my ruler, but I didn't think to bring it. And I'm just gonna make a knot towards the end of each side. We can adjust these after the fact, but we have to do this before we go forward. So we're making her arms. Okay, now we're gonna lift up our little body here, and we're gonna put our arms in between. Okay, and I'm just pulling her arms up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull all of this down, and I'm gonna just use some of this polished hemp to make like a little belt around her waist, the top of the tassel. You could use ribbon, baker's twine, absolutely whatever you want. And we can pull it pull it down good once we have it looped around a couple times, which I did not make that long enough. Didn't realize how fat this one was gonna be. So she's just gonna have 2 times around. I'll turn her head around this way so that this is now the front of her. Okay, and these are her arms. And if they are too long, definitely too long. So let's tie another knot on this side and cut it shorter. Okay, that's a little better. So we're starting to get there. Okay, let's cut her belt a little bit shorter. And then you could do a little piece of bling, you know, absolutely whatever you want. But I just found these adorable little pieces up at the Dollarama here in Canada. And so I'm gonna glue one of these over the top of her little, the little knot around her belt. Okay, let me see if my glue gun is gonna reach that far. It is definitely not. Can you guys believe how quick this comes together? Okay, so from here, personally, let's get your arms in the front. You could do a little something with her hair if you want. Like I said, you can trim it shorter, absolutely whatever appeals to you. I like her better without a face, but if you like a face on there, you could certainly put a face on there. Let's talk about wings. I am, like I said before, I'm just going to use some of this wire, which it came out of this package right here. Wow, there's 530 people on. Stay. My husband's taking a picture of me through the window. Stay with me so that I can show you the wing thing, okay? All right, so this is just bead along German, does that say German? German style wire, 22 gauge. It came from Hobby Lobby and it was $3.99. You can really use whatever you want, or you can completely skip this step if you don't want her to have wings. So the bigger the angel though, I feel like the bigger her wings need to be. I have no idea how long this is. Probably 24 inches or something. And I felt like she looked better when she had 3 wings, 3 little loops rather than just one. But again, that is personal preference. And I also felt like it looked better when the loops weren't all the same size. But who's to say what's right or wrong? This is our little Dollar Tree rope angel tassel, and she can be however you want her to be. So I'm just doing a little loop and then I'm kind of twisting it. And then we'll do one more loop. Could also use the cookie sheet from Dollar Tree. Yes, I did bring some of that with me, but I mean, there's so many different ways that you could do this. You could also use sheet music. That would be beautiful. But I just opted to use this wire for today. So I'll probably make, 10 other versions of the same angel. And I'll show you you guys what I end up doing. And the funny thing is, I'm not even a super huge angel lover, but I love this idea. Okay, so again, this one's longer. I'll be cutting it shorter. I'm going to do a loop. Let's see if they can be sort of the same size. It's the one that we just did. And I'll do another one. It's way too big. Let's do one more. And her crown is essentially the same idea. Sheet music in her hands would look awesome. Oh my gosh, Pat, I love that idea. I mean, like I said at the start of this video, honestly, you could make this angel 100 different ways, really. And she would probably be awesome every single way that you came up with. Okay, so we've got these 2 long stems, and we're going to cut those shorter. And then let's twist this up really good. Okay, so here are our wings. Okay, what are you agreeing, Pat? Oh, you could have her mouth be open, just like a little black dot that would look like she was singing hallelujah or something like that. That would be a cute idea. Okay, so here she is so far. What do you think? Isn't she adorable? Oh, I just love this. Okay, so we're gonna lift up her hair, and when we're all done putting our angel wings in, we're going to glue it a little bit down onto the back of her head. Okay, and I'm just basically sticking these angel wings into a hole on the lace, if I can get it through. And down into her body. Come on. Okay, I might have to just go underneath. It really does not matter. No, I don't like that. Okay, why are you giving me so many problems, lady? Because I just didn't take my time to do it, that's why. Okay, so see, it's just stuck through one of the holes in the lace. There we go. And here is our angel. So you could glue these little wings in if you were worried about them popping out. But I'm gonna not worry about that. I am gonna glue her hair on the back of her head. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of her head so that her hair will stay down. And you could well, got a very messy hairstyle going on for her. But you could braid it, you could pull it off to a side ponytail, whatever you like. And then when I was making her little halo, like on this one, which again is personal preference, I don't know which one you like better. With the halo, whoops, this one, or without. I'm going to leave this one without, but I'll show you how to make it. Okay, where's the start? All I did basically was wrap it loosely around my finger 3 times. And then I twisted my ends together. Cut off the line pieces, and then I basically just, I put the tassel that's the thing that's holding it through the halo. And then I just stuck it and glued it in the back of her hair. So what I want to know, well, I want to hear what ideas you guys have, because I bet you this is one of those projects where this is my interpretation of a Dollar Tree rope angel tassel. And you can find lots of different kind of angel looking things made of all kinds of different rope. I never did see anything made with the Dollar Tree rope, but this is just my interpretation on her. And I love how everything's very monochromatic. But what I want to hear from you guys is what you would do. And also I would love to see pictures, which you could put them here in the comments here, or if you prefer, you can put them over in that group that I set up for us to share pictures of our craft projects, all of us. It's Dreamy, and then there's a space, DIY. So Dreamy DIY. If you're on Facebook, look on your search bar and type in DREAMY, then leave a space, DIY, and ask to join the group if you haven't already done that. It's going to ask you 3 questions. Do you promise to be nice? Of course you do. Do you promise that you won't share any other crafters videos? Yeah, why not? Please don't share other crafters videos in this group. And what's the third? Oh, and the third thing is, don't use this group to sell any makeup or lotion or, you know, that kind of thing. And then you can look through all the photos and feel free to upload yours. So I want to see what your angels are going to look like. These are mine. These are the 2 big ones. This one was the first one that I made last night when I was just getting started fiddling around with her. She doesn't have her wings yet. I have made them. So I'll put them on her, and she has a different flower on her waist, but you could do a little piece of bling or nothing. She doesn't necessarily have to have anything at her waist. She doesn't necessarily have to have the little lace top to her dress either. But, all right. Well, Cheryl, it's nice to meet you too. You love making angels out of different things, Lynn. Really? Wow, I want to see some of those. Hey, Diane. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Trisha. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with how these little girls turned out. So I hope you guys liked this project. I'm sorry I kept you waiting so long to actually do it. I know a lot of you asked me multiple times, when am I going to show you how to do it? And I was just still working on getting my idea and fiddling around with it. to come up with my version. So that's really what I wanted to show you. Oh, Ellen says she's definitely going to make that. Thank you. Hey, and Cindy, thank you so much for the stars. I really appreciate that. You can use the wire to make a candle for her to hold. Oh, that's a great idea. Did I glue her arms down? Nope. I just put them in the fold of the little rope. And then when I tied the twine around her waist, that just kind of stuck them in there. But you could glue them down if you want, or you could make them be, you know, holding something together if you wanted, you know. It's just up to you. I did see some of these angel things that had long feet hanging down, and I thought that looked kind of weird, so I didn't opt to do that. I think you shouldn't see the bottom of her little dress. You shouldn't see feet hanging down below. So this is the first one that's smaller, and this was the second one, or maybe this was the one we did today. I don't remember which was which. Anyways. Okay, I did 3 loops for her wings, and let me just review this real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off. Okay, so I don't know how many inches long I did, but I cut 4 pieces of my Dollar Tree rope. 3 of them, and then I separated them. 3 of them for her body, and 1 for her hair. And then you need some twine. I used this lace for the top of her little shirt, and then I used this kind of wire, but you don't necessarily even have to do that. And that was it. Super duper. Oh, and then I used a little bit of yarn, but you could just use this this jute cording if you wanted. Or you don't even have to put arms on her if you don't want. You need to rewatch this because you're not home. Yeah, so if you hopped on late and this looks interesting, then as soon as I'm finished here, go back and rewatch it from the start, and you'll hear everything. So each one of these, I'm not even kidding, was probably half of a rope, and each rope was $1. So these beautiful angel ladies are probably 60, 70 cents when you add everything all together. It's really more, the investment is just the time and patience to do it, but the more you make, the easier they get. It's not hard at all. Yeah, and you can decide the size, you can make your little angels look whatever appeals to you. So, alrighty guys, well thanks so much for watching. I'll get pictures of these. I'll put them here in the comments. And, oh, and hey, if you like these projects, I would love it if you would do me a favor and sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle this video so that more people can see our adorable Dollar Tree rope angel tassels. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you would sprinkle, if you like it and you have friends that you think would like to make something like this too. That would be great. And feel free to ask questions, and I make you excited to try these. Pat says, where did I get the wire for her wings? This just came from Hobby Lobby, but you can get craft wire everywhere. This is 22 gauge, but I don't think that's important. I think honestly it would have been better if it was a little bit fatter. Oh, Deborah says she absolutely loves them. They're so gorgeous. You know, they are pretty darn cute, don't you think? And I think the fuller, okay, let's compare. This one, she has 3 pieces of the rope as her dress, pulled apart for 9 individual little sections. This one was, I think it was only 6 or 7 pieces. So I like her better with the fuller dress as a fuller tassel, this one. But I think she's pretty cute either way. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a great evening. We'll be crafting tomorrow here at Canada. I'm gonna do a couple things. I think we're gonna do the tassels made out of red ticking, and then I think also we're gonna make some stuffed red ticking Christmas trees, and we'll jazz them up so they're super cute. Those will both be really easy crafts. We might even do some embroidery hoop ornaments. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did post pictures of my vacation, but I'll post some more. Oh my gosh, the color is in full bloom here. So I took pictures when we were coming back from our little outing today, and I'll post some of those pictures here too. Absolutely the most gorgeous orange and red and yellow, just beautiful. You like the fuller dress too? Yeah, me too, Becky. Okay, I feel like I've been yakking plenty long. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.